Well, how y'all are this afternoon? It's your old buddy George Jones over at the Bergen Gun Range with my next installment on, hey, I got this old used gun. This old used gun is, the one I have today is this guy. The Harrington Richardson Model 999 Sportsman. The Harrington Richardson 999 Sportsman is a 5.5 inch barrel. They also come in 4. You see them in 4. And you see this variation of the Harrington Richardson revolver in 32 and 38 Smith & Wesson as well. But this is the Sportsman. Now the Sportsman was designed to be a target and general use handgun. It's very durable. It's a break top action gun, automatic ejector. It's got fully adjustable sights on it. It's 9-shot. The cylinder is removable by means of this latch right here, this small latch. You can push in on that guy and pull that cylinder out of there, and makes it a little bit easier to clean and maintain. This version of an Harrington Richardson revolver came about 1909. Now, when they first came out with it, they didn't call it the Sportsman, and they didn't call it the Model 999. They called it something else, and they had different names for it, but I think it just called it the Breaktop Target. In 1921, it received the designation of Sportsman Model 999. Now, over the years, there have been 5 different versions of this gun manufactured, 5 different generations. This one is a generation 3. Okay, it has this peculiar shaped barrel signature. Later ones had the 4th generation one had cutouts up here that mimicked a vent rib. And then at one time, they actually made it with a full vent rib. The front sight is adjustable as well as the rear by means of the sight base pivoting on this pin and adjusting with this screw. And it's adjustable here for windage with these 2 screws moving this blade back and forth. I've owned several of these guns over the years. This gun comes to us courtesy of Apache Armaments down in Somerset, Kentucky at 313 University Drive, stoplight 1, north side of town, there by the Dinner Bell Restaurant and Aldi's. These guns have been around for a very long time. These guns actually saw service in World War II. The United States Navy bought thousands of them. The Navy Department bought thousands of them for use in training people in basic handgun marksmanship that normally wouldn't be carrying a handgun. Wax, shipboard personnel, Navy pilots got their first handgun training with this gun, and they use them extensively for handgun marksmanship. And I'm sure other services probably used them as well, where you needed to have some marksmanship training, but you didn't need a whole lot. This is just an outstanding gun. This is one of the great 22 revolvers of all time. If I had a choice between one of these that shot right and worked right, I'd rather have it than, say, a 22 caliber Diamondback. These are just that good a gun. Will they wear out? Yeah, I wore 2-3 of them out over the years. I'll probably wind up buying this one from the company because it's a really nice gun, even though I haven't shot it yet. Let's get around to shooting it. I have discovered that the company Norma is manufacturing 22 long rifle ammunition. So when I saw it, I picked up a couple of boxes of it and thought I'd give it some kind of a little review as well. This is made by the same company in Sweden that manufactures the Norma ammunition that we all know and love. Let's try it out here. it seems to be a lubricated bullet. It has some kind of wax or lubrication of some kind on it. It's intended to be a target round, I'm pretty sure. Let's give it a try and see how accurate it is out of the gun we ain't never shot before. This guy holds 9. It's really a great gun. I've owned several of these, and I just and these guys have been out of production since 1989. So they manufactured these guys in some variation or another from 1909 to 1989. You know, that's like 90 years, you know. It's a long time. All right, we got her loaded up with 9 rounds of Norma USA TAC 22. 15 yards, we've got a 6-inch diameter shoot and see target sit up down there on the front of a B-27 target. And we're going to try this gun for accuracy, see how it actually shootates. And here we go. Has a nice groove target trigger on it. Feels really good under the finger. Has a cutout on this variation, has a cutout on it for your thumb rest. Has a really nice trigger. I don't see the bullet down there. All right, let's try it again. Like I say, this gun may not be zeroed to me either. Well, it said shoot and see on that, but I don't see it shooting it. We may need to have some zeroing going on here. Well, I don't care if it hits the bullseye or not, just as long as it piles them all into the same point of impact. That way we know we got something to adjust off of. All right, ejectifies them pretty nice, you know. Let's go down there and take a look at our accuracy and see how we actually did. Well, we have quite a few on there. Actually, yeah, okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's a little pile of bullet holes right there. Looks like it's got about 3 in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and obviously at least 2 in there. So, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's not bad for a cold gun I ain't never shot before. Not bad at all. Boy, I shoot this gun regularly. You can leave the rifle at home for squirrel season. Let's put us some more in there and see if we can hit a steel target at 25 yards. Put us a few in there. Get it loaded up here. Get it fueled back up. Let's get some few more out there. Get her fueled back up. Yeah, that's it. Stop at the bullet station. Get her fueled back up. All right. Let's try steel targets on double action. Let's start with 10-inch steel square. And that's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit. Okay, let's try the 8-inch steel circle at 25 yards. That's a fail to fire. That's a miss. That's fail to fire. That's a hand cramp. There we go. That rim's dented nice. That rim's dented nice. That rim's dented nice. And that rim's dented nice. Got good solid dents in the rims. Maybe our Norma ammunition ain't as good as I thought it was. Well, all right then. So it shoots pretty good at 25 yards. With what you could get it to shoot, the bright starting to pile up around here. H&R Sportsman, $9.99, Gen 4. I think this is actually a Gen 3. I think the 4 has the mimicking cuts of a vent rib in there. The 5 has the full vent rib. And then the 3 has just the solid rib on it. The 2, the rib is actually scalloped out. So, you know, it's like it's got a groove that goes all the way down. And then the originals, they're that way too, but they're a little bit different. Some of the first generation and second generation guns have case hardened frame, and some of the other ones have, some of the later ones have case hardened hammer and trigger and trigger guard. But they're a pretty solid gun. They always have been. These guns command very good money in today's market. I estimate the value of this gun being somewhere around $400. They're expensive enough now that I don't want to spend that kind of money on a 22 pistol. Okay, but this gun is worth, at the very minimum, $400. This gun has almost 100% finish on it. The cylinder is not rung. It doesn't have a, ring all the way around it. The bluing is in excellent condition. You can see it in the broad daylight here. The grips are in great condition. The checkering is still very crisp, and it has the diamond style checkering. It doesn't have any obvious wear on it. The cylinder doesn't have any roll by. Okay, so the cylinder and the hand and the cylinder lock are very tight. There's no roll by in there at all. I think it's the ammunition's fault that we had 3 rounds fail to fire, because these cartridges are hit very strongly, and I don't think we've got a problem there. This gun, I would grade this gun at a minimum $400 value. And I appreciate Apache Armaments letting us have this gun, for this video. Well, all right then. That's about the size of that for 8. I got this old used gun. Like, share, commentate, and subscribe. And leave me an old $1 in the Patreon bucket if you want to. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. I just keep right on making. And if you're in the state of Kentucky and you've got an old weird gun that you'd like to see on YouTube, and you got it, send me something. I'll come pick it up, use it, and bring it back to you. I mean, I wouldn't drive to, well, I guess I would drive to Cincinnati for a gun, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I'd drive to Cincinnati to do a video. Well, why not? But, if you've got a particular used, weird, oddball gun that you'd like to see on here, and share it with your friends on the internet, that'd be just fine with me. I'd help you out, or you'd help me out, or we'd get together and do something. All right, then. Like to take, share, commentate, and subscribe, and we'll see you when we see you, and have a blessed 2A day. See y'all.